time to do our morning show.
I know how this will go.
Come and watch two guys grow old. These are the days.
If we get a YouTube feed,
We'll just stream on D-Live then. Mr. We could use a man like Donald Trump again. I live in a redneck state.
everybody hears irate.
Man, this intro sure sounds great.
These are
the
days.
Hey, Boomer Bunker Prime Time, November 3rd. Insert something funny to old people here. I am Boomer Bob. Insert something else witty. John Jamingo.
Insert something else witty.
Yeah, I don't know.
So it's been a kind of an eventful couple of days. The election was pretty cool last night.
It was, I got, it was really boring through like the 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, even into like 10 o'clock hour. But when the 11 o'clock hour for me hit, it got a little bit better and better because hearing the NBCs and the MSNBCs of the, world grasp for, reasons why.
Yeah,
things weren't necessarily going in their direction was very, very, very entertaining.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I can't believe that they don't understand what happened. Why this shit's going on.
Well, to hear them explain, critical race theory isn't even being taught. I don't know what they're talking like. What?
This is it right here.
Where do you think we got it from?
This is it right in a nutshell.
The parents do not have the all-encompassing right to raise their child.
This bitch did not just say that parents do not have the all-encompassing right to raise their children. Do you understand war is coming? People like this need to be locked up. Mental institution, I don't give a fuck. I give birth to my children, you touch my kid, I will nail you to a fucking wall. I don't know where these motherfuckers are getting off thinking that those children are not our children, not our right. You can go fuck yourself straight to hell.
She said, she told her, didn't she?
Tell me how you really feel.
That's basically it in a nutshell.
So her name was FJB 1776. Did you notice that?
Yes, it is FJB 1776.
Yeah, if you look on the very end where they attach the little, TikTok logo, inside the logo will be their username on TikTok.
Well, I have another thing that's going on is that now it's the people that are being blamed for what's going on here. And this was a tweet. No, it's not the white people. This is the tweet right here. This is completely unacceptable. If the blacks are going to vote for racists, then maybe we should not let them vote anymore. Sometimes you have to do what's good for them, even if they don't understand why.
And we've been saying this for a year and a half about them taking up the fight for, taking up somebody else's fight. It's not your fight. They are capable of fighting their own battles. And when you do it while you think you're doing a nice thing, whatever, you're actually telling them, look, I know you can't fight your own battle, so I'm going to fight it for you because I am better at it than you. And people listen to me because I'm white.
Well, Bob, you took the bait, Bob, because the person who tweeted that is Helen Carter or at Scrapbooker in GA. And basically,
Georgia.
Well, yeah, I guess. But basically, this is a troll account. And people saw that tweet. I mean, I saw it on the Libs of TikTok. The Libs of TikToks tweeted, put that out there. So if you go in here, it says, I'll have you know right now, don't even think about hitting the DMs on me. My husband's a cop and he approves every tweet before I send it. And he will put you in jail if you say anything inappropriate to me.
Oh, Christ. So, okay. Well, they were a little bit, this was a lot more believable than the Antifa.
Oh my God. The things. So I started reading these and they were cracking me up. Joe Rogan and Colin Noir think I'm a Russian. No, Russians are the ones helping the racists win. In fact, Joe Rogan himself might be a Russian with the kinds of racists and misogynists he has on his show. He clearly hates America, and Colin doesn't know what's good for him.
Colin?
Colin?
Colon is colon.
Colin, I guess, yeah. I mean, some of these were great. Here's the other one. We can let them vote again after we're sure they don't get tricked into voting for the races.
So how is this account still active? I mean, I'm not saying, take it down, but usually, Twitter's pretty.
I guess. I mean, if you go through this, it's hysterical. And the people are fighting back with her, and you can tell it's just a troll cat. Have you ever heard of Tatiana McGrath?
No.
Tatiana McGrath it's a parody account, and the picture is of a blonde woman, like a young blonde woman. And she is the wokest woke of the wokey wokes. All right. She is 100% woke. Well, what happened was it was a male comedian from England named Andrew Doyle. That was his parody account. And people would fight with Tatiana all the time. And finally somebody, they got him. They went in and doxed him, saying, "Oh, this is Tatiana McGrath." So kind of blew his cover. But oh my God, it was hysterical. It was hysterical to watch the people argue with her, and I knew right away there was what's that? Could you consider that a low-level troll or a high-level troll? I mean, if you get all of Twitter freaking out, I would imagine that's a high-level troll, wouldn't you think?
Sure.
So, yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed it last night. Although in New Jersey, that guy Jack Ciattarelli, he was so close, but apparently they're calling the race for Governor McBeaverteeth.
I saw that. How convenient for them. That's okay.
Yeah, and again, they were already calling for shenanigans. This was on TikTok.
Check this out right here. Jack Ciattarelli, 1:54 in the morning.
52%.
100% of the precincts reported. Up 5% in Bergen County. Wait for it. 1:54 a.m. comes along. Boom. 42,000 votes for Murphy. 42,000. Again, 100% of the county was being reported. And at 1:54 in the morning, 42,000 votes come in the other way for Murphy in the state of New Jersey.
Yeah, I kind of saw this.
If we're not awake right now, if we're not awake and we're not seeing that mail-in ballot is fraud over and over again, and the libs will continue to play this card until we put an end to it. 42,000 votes.
So there you go. Now, they explained that away, saying that they made a mistake. And then when they went back, they saw that they made a mistake. So they explained it that there was a mistake made and they had to correct it. That's why there was 100% of the vote in, and that's why it changed. Listen, this is definitely going to be a recount. I mean, I think it was like a couple thousand votes that this guy lost by, and he had no money. And the Republican Party didn't put any money behind him because they just thought there was no way he had a chance. The problem is, and this is the only reason he was even close, was he wasn't Phil Murphy. He was a houseplant. He was the Joe Biden of New Jersey. He wasn't Donald Trump. So that's what happened.
Yeah, I hadn't never heard of the guy.
Jack Ciattarelli or Phil Murphy?
Jack, well, you've been talking about Governor McMurphy for
it's Governor Murphy.
I
call him Governor McBeaverteeth because the best meme I saw was they had a picture of close up of his teeth, and his teeth looks like a crap game. and it says Phil Murphy takes care of New Jersey like he takes care of his teeth.
Damn,
Like that.
that's mean. I finally agree with Camel Toe.
Because you see, what happens in Virginia will in large part determine what happens in 2022, 2024, and on. And it is a bellwether for what happens in the rest of the country.
Yeah, agreed.
Yep. Hopefully. I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's right now, Murphy's got another 4 years. He can't run for re-election right now, so he really can put the screws to New Jersey if he wants to. And we'll see what happens.
Did you catch the I hate to keep going back to TikTok, but you know.
Come on, we love our TikToks.
I do live on there. Did you happen to catch this one where they explain the audit?
Which audit?
Hold on. Have you caught this one yet?
No.
So it says
Redneck
count every legal vote. Redneck Dork explains counting versus audit. Here we go.
Okay, here we go.
Versus audit. Counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 Twixes. Okay, we're done. Audit. Look at this. Yep, it's a Twix. All right, look at this. It's a wait. What? It's a carrot. Look at this. This is a what? It's not a Twix. That's a carrot. What's this one? All right, another carrot. Shh, another carrot. What about this one? Is a carrot? Well, what is?
This chick had to eat 6 Twixes to make this
carrot.
video.
What the heck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 carrots. 1 Twix. Any questions?
Yeah, did you eat all 6 of those by yourself?
Hey, do you think you're going to eat those carrots, or are you just going to throw them out?
Put a couple in your butthole.
So it was fun. So New Jersey, it was a real red wave here yesterday. So in New Jersey, there is a guy by the name of, and I'm got to tell you, I never heard of this guy. I voted for him yesterday because he wasn't the incumbent.
Oh, this is the guy that had like a $200 budget. Nobody knew who he was.
He spent $153 on his New Jersey election, and he took down the incumbent that's been in there for 20 years. And I know this guy. His name is Steve Sweeney. He's been the senator for over 20 years, and he's the president of the Senate. And I guess it was like 3 years. It was probably 4 years ago or 3 years ago. They raised the gas tax in New Jersey 34 cents. And I said, you know something? I will not forget this. I shall not forget this on election day, and we shall not forget this on election day. Well, he kicked his ass. So this guy, I'm still trying to figure out, I can't find his name. He's the new, Edward Durr is the new senator from my district. Senator Edward Durr is here, and he is the new senator. And this guy, Steve Sweeney, he was ready. He was going to take over the governorship, like he was going to run for governor in 2025. And now he's out.
I bet his first proposal on how to save money on gas prices is for you guys to pump your own damn gas in New Jersey.
Hey, I like sitting inside my truck and letting somebody else pump my gas.
How do you pay? You just like hand them your card? Do they have a little like a thing that they hold in their hand?
You hand them the card and they say how much you want. You say, fill it up, whatever. They slide the card in and give it back to you. They pump your gas.
Buy themselves like a break cake and a nice cola.
I don't know, but it's, they just, yeah. I hate it when I drive over to Pennsylvania and I got to stop and get gas. I'm like, God damn, I got to get out and pump my own gas.
I got to touch a gas pump and get all germy wormy.
I'm going to smell like gas now.
What up, bitch?
Sucks. So yeah, $153 he spent on his account. He's a truck driver And all he did was go around the district and walk around and knock on doors and shake hands and talk to people and go to supermarkets and stuff like that.
Old grassroots kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yep. That's all he did. And they didn't even pay attention to him. I'm telling you what, you want to talk about somebody shitting their pants besides the president of the United States.
I was going to say, excellent segue.
This guy must have really shit his pants because this fucked up the whole state for 2025. Who are they going to run for governor? He was the chosen one, this Steve Sweeney, you piece of shit. Well, see, here's the thing. He is also the manager of the Ironworkers Union. So he has another job.
Yeah.
Like he's manager of the Ironworkers, plus he's also a state senator. And the asshole was a commissioner. So he was a commissioner, a state senator, and also the manager of the Ironworkers Union in South Jersey. Triple dipping dick bag.
You don't think that's, I mean, I was going to say, you don't think that's a slight conflict of interest there, you know?
Yeah. Why? I don't understand how you hold two offices. How can you be a commissioner? They used to call them freeholders, but everybody called them freeloaders. So they changed the name. Who's running for freeloader? So they were a little miffed. They wrinkled their nose. I guess we got to change the name. What should we call ourselves? Oh, commissioners. All the commissioners in South Jersey, anybody that was an incumbent lost in the election yesterday. And I couldn't be happier, except for that fucking beaver tooth hack, Murphy.
Yeah. And now has the Ciattarelli, has he like conceded all that stuff yet?
I don't know. And I mean, this has happened. So like at 12 o'clock today, they were like 300 votes apart. And then all of a sudden they got 15,000 votes.
Well, I know that the guy in Virginia, the Democrat dude, I'm sorry, my fucking brain farting right now.
What's his name? I can't think of his name.
Terry, whatever.
McAuliffe.
Yeah, he refuses to concede or whatever. So
he got spanked. I mean,
but that's what I thought was, interesting last night with the coverage of it is they kept trying to find reasons why. Why did he lose? Why did, well, they didn't say lose, but, why is he not,
performing
by a landslide? Yeah. Why is she not performing better? And, it can't be because because I don't know, the voters have a brain in their head and they can read, bullshit. No, it has to be, oh, well, the Republicans on Fox News are pushing this agenda of, the schools are teaching critical race theory, and they did it in for the last 3 weeks. They've done nothing but talked about that, and they're reprogramming everybody, and it's like, well, no, you guys are the ones that had the Loudoun County incident crap, and I mean that's sorry, but the Daily Wire, was it that broke that story? I mean that's a major. I think that was a major hinge-pin in this whole thing.
It probably was. The other thing was they said, oh, we're not teaching critical race theory. And basically what this is, in other words, they're not teaching critical race theory like they teach at Harvard Law, when they teach it as almost a counter to something else. But what they are doing is they're teaching kids to identify by race. And if you're a white kid, that you have privilege. And then if you're a black kid, you're a victim and all this other crap. And this is the stuff that the parents are having a shit fit about. Because the one lady got up and she said, my 6-year-old came home from school and said, am I a bad person because I'm white? She goes, where'd you hear that? Well, that's what they're teaching in school.
Yeah. So
she yanked the kids out of school, put them in private school. And she says, I would love to be able to send my kids to public school so they could walk home with their friends. Private school's expensive, but I'm not going to have my kids taught that way. And this is our schools. This is not, these schools are our schools. We pay for them. They're not your schools. And
they don't want to like segregate them in the rooms. They want them to be they want it done up here in their minds. They want that, And it's just so stupid. It's the opposite of what needs done.
Well, and it's the thing where they say, my dad would say, you know what they're doing? They're pissing in your ear and they're telling you that it's raining.
Yeah.
Basically, what
being on your leg telling you it's raining. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's like I said, it seems like the ones who yell racist are the ones who see color first. So
yes, exactly.
It's like, I don't know.
If I take a bandana and I tie it around my head, because I had an accident the other day with my trimmers. I didn't realize it, but I bought new trimmers.
Down there?
Not down there,
Okay.
my head. I did my head. Okay. And normally I use what's called a 4. Well, I looked at this thing and it said a 4. Well, it's a different size because I'm going to show you something here. And if you're not watching the video, ladies and gentlemen,
you're missing out.
Look at that. That's what.
Oh, Kojak.
Yeah.
You just need a lollipop.
I just got like a little bit of peachy fuzz here. And the problem was that I didn't have a mirror because, you just do it. You just pull it, you're just doing it. It doesn't make no big deal. And there's like hunks of hair, big giant things of hair falling out.
We got the same barber.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm basically look at Tristan. Oh, fuck.
We had somebody in the chat say, I took a small break from listening. You guys still doing this every day? Well, no, we're doing it I think Monday mornings, like the normal morning show, and then we're doing this evening show here Wednesday nights. We're going to aim for those 2 days, but sometimes life is going to get in the way and we're not going to be able to do those exact days. But we do try to, if we miss a show, we're going to get it in the next day or make up kind of stuff.
Exactly.
So
yeah, so it was really interesting. It was fun. I don't know. I guess I'm old now. Like election results are kind of cool.
It was fun to also hear them discuss the Trump's effect on this too, because the guy, the Ciattarelli, and I can't remember the guy's the guy in Virginia. I'm sorry.
I should have these up here. I can't think of the guy's name.
2 hours ago, I just bounced it right off my head. But
it's when we do nighttime, it's late for the boomers.
I had a rough day today. I had a really rough day today with work. So anyway, because I had to actually go in. So, but anyway, they were saying how those guys didn't necessarily embrace Trump. They didn't ask for his help in their campaigns or anything like that, but they didn't do anything against him either. They didn't come out and put him down or say, I don't want his help, I'm not Trump. They didn't, necessarily distance themselves, but they distanced themselves. And that seemed to work because they were saying like these like suburban moms who don't like Trump, but would have normally voted red, but Trump is a whatever. So
he's a Trump.
Yeah, they brought him not being around or not being part of the campaign, not coming out of the candidate's mouth every time they got onto a podium, helped reel back the ones who may not have voted because of Trump.
I think they focused on the message and they knew there was trouble going on there, and with the Democrats and everything. And this is also an indictment of Joe Biden, who's done absolutely shit since he started. But let me ask you this, Bob. Whenever the Democrats have something happen to them that they don't like, what do they say?
Racist.
White supremacy. So
Joy Reid did that a lot. She was yelling racism.
Racist
during this whole thing.
I know. Check this out. You've heard of Van Jones, right?
First of all, it's not over. Yeah. You do have the grassroots folks out there fighting for this on the Democratic Party side. The stakes are high. When this election is over in Virginia, we will know. Have we seen the emergence of the Delta variant of Trumpism? The Delta variant of Trumpism. In other words, Youngkin, same disease, but spreads a lot faster and can get a lot more places.
Gotta love that guy, huh?
How the hell? Now I don't know how I didn't use this to help remember the guy's name, Youngkin Donuts.
Youngkin Donuts. That's my man, Youngkin Donuts.
It's hilarious to hear them just throw racism, white supremacy. It's like, is that all you got?
Well,
because your candidate sucked. How about that? Your candidate sucked. Told parents that they have no business or no say in what their children learn at school. None. Yep. No right to even know what they're being taught. Like, there was a lot of schools that during the at home learning period last year, when everybody was locked down, when their kids were in class and like a Zoom meeting class, the parents weren't allowed to even be in a room.
Yeah, they said they didn't want them in a room because they didn't want them to know what they were teaching. And I was like, I'd be like,
isn't that a little on the shady side to you? Would you okay, whatever you say. Fuck you, that's my kid.
First thing I would say was, pedophile say what? What do you mean I can't be in there listening?
Yeah, right. You walk in the room and they got their ding-a-ling out.
Yeah, what do you mean I can't be in there? Now I'm in there. What happens when you tell John not to do something? He does it.
Yeah, that's me, dude. I have oppositional defiance disorder. So,
well, you know how I really, really fought about putting my pronouns on my Twitter profile, and I finally gave in. My pronouns are LJB and FJ.
It's LGB and
LGB and yeah. Let's go, Brandon, and fuck Joe Biden. That's my pronouns.
I think I'm going to get away from pronouns and move to prepositional phrases now.
I like that. What would be your
I haven't thought about it yet. Okay. It's a work in progress.
I like I like that. I can't say it, but I like it. Prepositional phrases. All right. Are we going to talk about the president shitting his pants at the Vatican?
I mean, when does he not?
This poor I actually feel sorry for him. I really, really feel sorry for this guy.
Well, you know what? It's his own fault. He's the one who said, "Okay, I'll do it. I'll do whatever you tell me. I'll do it as long as I get to be president. I'll do it." Because he ain't running shit. He's just reading what's on a teleprompter and just I
can't tell if you're doing a Joe Biden.
I know. I stuttered like he did.
Or
does.
You're stuck. Yeah. I mean, so listen, when you get to be a certain age, you got to be near a bathroom. Your real main seal is not as tight as it used to be.
That depends.
I get it. Depends. The thing is that I feel bad. Listen, every old guy shits his pants a couple of times a year. It happens. Nobody broadcasts it, but it happens. And the fact that they're like, oh, he shit his pants and he had to get a new suit and whatever he had to do and get cleaned up, I understand. But they're saying that he doesn't have to. What was I going to say? He doesn't want to wear a diaper. And did I put that in here? Oh, shit. Damn you, John.
You want to dig it up? I got one you can watch while you're on the topic.
You go ahead. You do that, and I'll see if I can find this.
You got to watch it, though.
I'll watch it.
That's the bad part. I thought of you when I saw this. I was like, oh, if John was a truck driver. There we go.
Is that Jody B making some side money? What's going on over there? I guess those bio bidets aren't selling.
The bald spot. That's the
bald spot's the problem. I don't know about that.
I don't know, dude. Get it? Maybe they're trying to earn a wig.
I can't find it. Oh, I hate this.
Oh, that reminds me. I need to go to Dollar General. I meant to go the day after Halloween because they had wigs.
$3 General.
Oh yeah, right. $5 General. No, that's Dollar Tree. That's
Dollar Tree.
That's gonna have the aisle of high roller stuff. That's more than $1.
Yep. So the president was over there. He was over at over at the climate change summit, falling asleep. Poor guys over there taking a nap when they're talking.
Oh my God.
I can't believe that anybody could stay awake through that shit. I mean, how fucking boring must that be?
Yeah, I don't blame him for hell with it. I'm going to check the back of my eyelids for holes.
What's this? Ruggs is done. Oh, it's the guy from the Raiders.
Yeah, football player Henry Ruggs booked in fatal crash, facing 20 years in prison, and has been cut by the Raiders. Huh? Why'd they cut him? Wonder. Well, I have a video of the aftermath of his alleged drunken accident.
Alleged? Didn't they pull him from the wreckage?
You can't say. Yeah, I don't look, man. I ain't got any money. I don't want to be sued for what tiny amount that I do have.
Okay. Jesus. So the one person died in a fiery car crash. He survived. Did you hear how fast he was going?
I can open this article. Did you already read it?
Yeah, I read it.
I don't read articles until we're doing the show.
Yeah, he was going 156 miles an hour.
Was that all?
That's all when he hit that car. And his blood alcohol content was 1.61. So it was double the legal limit.
0.161.
0.161. Yeah, 0.16. 1.6.
22-year-old. 22 years old. Wide receiver. Well, now he's going to be a real wide receiver.
Yeah, he's not going to be a tight end. It's there's got to be something when you're really, really drunk that your body just, you don't tighten up or, because a lot of these people that have these accidents when they survive and they're the only ones that survive.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah. I mean, that's a case too. Like if you're in the passenger seat and you're taking a nap and the driver gets in a nasty car accident, the driver's going to probably die, but you're going to live because you're loose.
Hey,
you don't tense up when it happens. And
you don't brace for impact.
Yep.
Kind of like the first time you get popped, your anal cherry popped. If you don't brace for impact, it doesn't go as bad.
Yeah, he's probably going to be bracing for some impact. Terrible. Sad.
You would think, well, again, you don't know. I mean, I guess it was after the game. Was it after the game that he did this?
I don't think it was during.
Okay. Wasn't during the game. Good point, Bob. Very, very good point, Bob. It wasn't during.
And that's why I'm here, John.
That's right. Thank you for keeping me on track. So you would think that maybe afterwards, you don't want to, I mean, just think of these guys. Well, I guess they're not that bright. That they go and I'm trying to think of the other ones that have killed themselves.
Epstein was not one of those.
Right. Jerome Brown from the Philadelphia Eagles, he killed himself. Bought a Corvette, killed him and his nephew. Flipped the Corvette over, killed himself. And then there's for the Flyers, there was a goalie, Pelle Lindbergh. He was supposed to be the next big all-star goalie.
Mm-hmm.
He got drunk and ran right into a concrete embankment. They still call that road Pelle can't drive.
Oh, damn.
Just saying.
I meant to bring up this one when you were talking about you updating your pronouns. This has to be the wokest convention I've ever seen anywhere ever.
First of all, James Jackson, Sacramento, he, him. I just want to say, can we please keep the chatter to a minimum? I'm one of the people who's very, very prone to sensory overload. There's a lot of whispering and chatter going on. It's making it very difficult for me to
Translation,
focus.
I'm a
Please,
pussy.
I know we're all fresh and ready to go, but can we please just keep the chatter to a minimum? It's affecting my ability to focus. Thank you.
Thank you, comrade. Okay.
Thank you, comrade.
Against name,
Point
chapter,
of personal
pronoun.
privilege. Point of personal privilege.
Yes.
Please do not use gendered language to address everyone.
Quick point of privilege once again. Hi, James Jackson, Sacramento DSA, he, him. I have already asked people to be mindful of the chatter of their comrades who are sensitive to sensory overload. And that goes double for the heckling and the hissing. It is also triggering to my anxiety. Like, the Be Comradely isn't just for like, let's keep things civil or whatever. It's so that people aren't going to get triggered and so that it doesn't affect their performance as a delegate. Okay.
Hey, comrade, you know something, comrade? You're the first guy they line up and say face the wall when they come in and start shooting the people, right? That right there, that whole conference right there, that should be called the loser conference because it's just a bunch of loser socialists, pink-haired, pronoun announcing. And you know what word I want to use, and you always get upset when I use it. Starts with an F, ends with a T. There's a couple of G's in it. All right over there, Bob?
Sorry, small emergency.
What's going on now?
Nothing.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. After the show.
Did you shit your pants? Do you need to take a break and go wipe?
Somebody else shit their pants.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, I would probably, if I was in there, I would probably risk a little bit of jail time just to pop that dude in the mouth. Honestly,
I don't like chatter. It upsets me. It
triggers my anxiety. Then jump in front of a bus.
Walk out into traffic. Do the world a favor.
Lay down on the interstate and count mufflers, please.
So I got a question for you. And I know you're not, it's been well documented on this program that you have a sensitive palate. And I know that you probably don't eat at Chipotle. Is this correct?
No, I do not eat. I've never been in the place.
Okay.
But I doubt that there's anything on the menu that I would actually put to my lips.
I understand that.
Maybe like a Diet Coke.
Okay. Soda would be good. All right. So here, oh, thanks. I'm going to bring this up. And I was just wondering, like, isn't this a good problem to have? Chipotle workers say they're overwhelmed by surging demand for online orders, which has led to the delay and angry customers, according to report. So with COVID, a lot of the Chipotle places now have where you can use the app and then call your order in, and they have like a pickup window. You drive to, they tell you what time to be there. You drive up to the pickup window.
Yeah.
And so what happens is so many people using the app that they're shutting down the store. They're closing the dining room early.
Okay.
So
they need to call the, was it Dan Cathy, the son of the like founder of Chick-fil-A, and learn how they manage having a double drive-through line that moves. If you're 10 cars deep, you're out of there in like 5 to 10 minutes.
I mean, the line, you can watch the line move. So to me, it's like, what a great problem to have. And what a bunch of whiny bitches. It's like, oh, it's like being ripped into two. So what they're saying is that the people inside are freaking out because the inside service is slow. And then the outside service is slow. And I'm like, well, just hire more people. Is that, I mean, well, they can't hire more people. They can't get more people. What they should do is they should start allow 15-year-old workers to now work.
I've been hearing a lot of these jobs that you see, you know, when you go to the drive-through at say McDonald's or Wendy's, whatever, and you see just while you're in the drive-through, you see like at least 3 signs now hiring $14.50 an hour, whatever, all shifts, all positions, whatever. I hear that a lot of those are not real jobs. That
what do you mean they're not real?
They're not actually hiring anybody.
I don't understand.
The sign is there for other reasons. Now when I have to speculate, which I hate having to do because often wrong, but I don't know, to present the idea of, hey man, we're short staffed but we're trying, we got the signs up and we're offering good pay. They have no intentions to actually hire anybody because they're making money, man, with very low labor costs. Now, I saw a video the other day saying that this has to do that the fact that they're not actually hiring anybody has to do with these what does it call it? Paycheck protection loans that they were giving. But I don't understand. I mean, if you don't pay out the money, then you can't show that it was used to pay out payroll. So I don't understand that particular angle.
Right. It can't be.
It makes sense to me.
Yeah, it can't be forgiven. Okay, so here's the thing. Right now, since they decided to go with $15 an hour minimum wage for Chipotle, McDonald's, and all that,
sure,
your $3 hamburger now is $6, and your French fries, I mean, everything's doubled. So now, if you go to McDonald's, Chipotle, and all, you're not getting out of there for anything less than $15. If you get a sandwich and something like that, and fries and a soda, it's anywhere from $10 to $15, which is ridiculous for fast food. So people are not going anymore. So it's just going to, especially people that are tight on a budget, they can't afford it. I remember back when McDonald's, the burgers were 25 cents, the French fries were 25 cents. And the soda was, so in other words, you could get a meal, you could get a hamburger, small fry, and a small Coke for under $1.
Well, back then they probably didn't have a large. It was just one size, right? I mean,
no, they had a large.
In the early days, I thought it was pretty much just one hamburger, one size fry, one size drink.
And then the other thing was, when I was a kid, I couldn't wait. Like if you had a job at McDonald's at 16, you were living. Like that was good money back then. And nowadays you can't get you can't get a kid 14, 15, 16 years old 17 years old to try to get a job. It's ridiculous. I remember taking and fixing a lawnmower that I found in the trash, got it started, and went around and was mowing people's lawns for $10 when I was 13 to make money.
Yeah.
You don't see kids doing that shit anymore.
I got my first job on my 16th birthday, and it was bagging groceries in Florida. I was in Florida at the time, Port Orange, Florida, near Daytona. And I was bagging groceries at Publix, $3.35 an hour plus tips. Back then, we could take tips, and the usual tip was anywhere from like 50 cents to $1. And you walk out 25 to like 30, orders in like a 5 hours, 6 hour shift. Hell, you're doing okay. I mean, that was nice walking around money back then for somebody my age, and my parents. They were okay. They weren't well off and rich, but they did well for themselves. So yeah, I mean, I when they wouldn't buy me the tennis shoes that I wanted, I'd go buy them myself, or I bought a lot of music, a lot.
When you were a kid, you got school clothes. You got like 3 pair of pants, a couple of shirts, and a pair of sneakers. And you remember Bobos?
No.
Well, so we had these things. If they weren't the name brand, you got what they call Bobos.
Okay.
And you did not want to go to school with Bob. Don't make me go to school with Bobos, please.
No,
please.
We had Tough Skins. Remember those things?
Oh yeah, they were the jeans. You got them from Sears, right?
And then Kmart had the Trax brand tennis shoes that were like $5. They were absolute garbage. I had to, because my stepfather made pretty good money back in the mid 80s, or early mid 80s. He was making 80, 90 a year, which back then was really good money. And my mom still tried to put me in $5 tennis shoes. So when I was 13, 14, and 15, I had to have operations on my toenails.
Oh, do you have ingrowns?
Yes, on both my big toes. And the last time they actually got it right. We were living in Nashville, and it scared the crap out of me because, I lived in my little white bread world. So I wasn't really exposed to a lot of diversity. Okay. And the doctor comes in after they numbed my toes, which, by the way, takes 6 shots underneath each toenail to numb your toes. And not really something you look forward to. Oh. And he comes in with a turban on, and I was like, oh shit, I'm fixing to die. Like, I don't know. I didn't know anything. I don't know I'd never seen that before. So, but this guy was amazing. Like he fixed it for the last time, and I've never had a problem since. So, but it was because my mother put me in cheap shoes.
Listen, pussy, you don't need
a wide foot.
You don't need. I have a very wide foot. Listen, pussy, you do not need numbing. Only numbing is for pussies.
No, this time they had like a nitrogen in like a squirt bottle, and it shot like a stream, and they would hold it way up here, and and it would like freeze it. So that helped with the
needle.
Actual, needles underneath toenails. But yeah, that thank God I haven't had to go back and have it done again. So it's taken care of. But yeah, that was because of cheap shoes. And it, like I said, wide foot, and the regular cheap shoes, they don't come in different widths and different, you know what I mean? So my foot was being squeezed together by those off-brand cheap shoes. And so finally I was able to buy my own shoes because I got a job and bought me some real,
it
nice
teaches
shoes.
It teaches the kids responsibility. It also teaches a kid that then when they get something, that they bought it through the hard work, and they take care of it better because they bought it.
Yes.
It's crazy.
Yep.
You got anything, Bob? Because I think I've been kind of running through this board here. I don't know if you have anything. Do you have any side action in there that you're not telling me about? Any?
I got something fun with TikTok that I didn't know you could do.
Oh yeah.
I saw TikTok where if you type AJ,
Someone was doing something else, wasn't they? It sounds like they went and got that fleshlight.
Sounds like she got a tongue where she liked it. Play that again.
That's pretty good.
Play it again. Was it good?
Made me giggle.
Was it good for you, baby?
Let's see. I haven't verified this, so this could be, how they'll take a video from like 3 years ago and throw it up and say, oh, that's from yesterday. But it wouldn't surprise me if this is real. The mandates hit on November 1st, which was 2 days ago, and Monday. So they're saying that this is the garbage now in New York.
Well, you know what they're doing now? They're taking this garbage and they're going to the mayor's mansion
and throwing it there.
They're throwing it over the fucking fence.
Well, didn't they get a new mayor now? I mean, he's not in office yet, but
no, he's not in office yet. But De Blasio, they're not picking up the trash.
Communist,
right? So here's what happens. People in New York, they'll put up with shit. All right. But once that trash is out in the road and it's piled up like that and it starts stinking, and then the rats start coming, and you've got vermin, rats, stinking garbage and all, they're not going to put up with this shit. And then there's not that many police left because they're getting rid of the police. I mean, it's almost like they're trying to destroy the big cities. Wouldn't you need to think that, Bob? What can I do to completely fuck up these big cities? And how fast can I do it?
I don't understand why anybody would want to do that. So,
and then here's the other thing. That unbelievably stupid communist dickbag, de Blasio, he thinks he's going to run for governor in the next election. So do you think anybody in New York is actually going to vote for him?
Yeah, I don't think he's going to beat the woman who took over. So
now, here's another thing. I don't know if you heard this one. In Buffalo, they had a primary.
Yes. In
the primary, the socialist candidate won, and that was the Democratic nominee for mayor.
Yeah.
And I guess in Buffalo, the Republican, they don't vote for Republicans.
No.
So the incumbent mayor who got beat out in the primary, he was the write-in candidate.
Yes.
And the write-in candidate won.
Yep.
Kicked her ass.
Even with the support of Chuck Schumer and AOC.
Oh, yeah. Chuck's down there because he's worried about AOC running for his seat.
Yes. Which is hilarious.
I think that's hysterical. Do you think he would? All right. AOC versus Chuck Schumer for a Senate seat. Who do you think's winning in New York?
AOC. Nobody wants these old dogs anymore, man. They're out. Like they're just, it doesn't matter. I mean, you could have a video of AOC, raping a dog and she'd still win.
You mean she'd have a strap on?
What, you know what I mean? Doing something terrible
to a dog.
You could have a video of AOC kissing Trump on the lips.
Ooh, that's bad.
There you go. How's that?
Go ahead. I was going to say, who's been laying low like a cat that shit on the rug? Where's Fauci? Where's Fauci been? Anybody seen him lately?
He's I don't know. Same.
Now listen, all the shit that he's done as far as lying, don't wear a mask, don't go to Thanksgiving, go to Thanksgiving, take the vaccine. It's going to, you won't get COVID. Take the vaccine. The COVID symptoms won't be that bad. All this other shit he's doing. That didn't take him down. Lying to Congress about gain of function. What did he do? He paid for gain of function research in Wuhan, China. That probably gave us this COVID. The thing that's going to take him down is
dogs,
the beagle puppies.
Yep.
The beagle puppies. He paid for research.
Well, he also didn't go down for how he handled HIV and AIDS back in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, none of that.
He was telling people back then that your kids could get it from a box of cereal.
All right. None of that took him down. But God damn it, you heard a beagle puppy. You piece of shit.
People like dogs, man. People like their pets.
And I'll tell you what, that's another thing about beagles. One of the nicest, friendliest dogs you could ever want to see in your entire life.
Sure.
And to take and do that I can't even imagine. To take a dog, cut out its vocal cords so you can't hear it howl in pain, put its head in I guess I'm going to call it a container where they can have sand fleas attack its eyes and its face.
They should do that John, science. It's all for science.
They should do that to him.
Oh, hashtag arrest Fauci was like number one for quite a while on Twitter last week. So
yeah.
You know who Representative Chip Roy is? This got by me last week. I didn't know that they were even talking about this. And I found this interesting. This clip's a little on the long side, 2 minutes or so, but I do enjoy him schooling Representative Jerry Nadler on this particular topic. 2A.
Yeah, very question. What do you use semi-automatic weapons for?
I use semi-automatic weapons to kill hogs. I use semi-automatic weapons for sport and shooting on our property, but I also have semi-automatic weapons, and I'm getting to the point.
Thank you.
Because a semi-automatic weapon is a weapon that you can use for self-defense. It is a semi-automatic weapon that you can use to defend yourself against home invaders, but also, let's be clear, against tyranny. The gentlelady is talking about the Second Amendment in the context of hunting, as if my rights are reduced in the Constitution to a 410 or a single shot or lever action 22, as if that was what was expressly put forth as how we're supposed to be defending ourselves.
Yield again?
And let me go ahead and finish my time, sir, unless we want to add more time.
Very, very quickly, question.
But I need more time. Will the gentleman give me another 30 seconds?
Yes.
Okay, I'll yield.
You said that you could use a semi-automatic weapon to fight tyranny.
Sure.
You mean you'd use it against American troops?
The very existence of the Second Amendment is designed purposefully to empower the people to be able to resist the force of tyranny used against them to step over their natural rights given to them by God. That is why the Second Amendment exists. That is very specifically why the Second Amendment exists. And let's be very clear about that. Let's rewind the clock a little bit, as I know at least several justices have written in Supreme Court opinions, but about what life looked like in the 19th century and what the government was doing to remove the ability of either slave owners or, importantly, freed blacks, or importantly, whites who even stood up in defense of blacks or against slavery, and the efforts by the South and the efforts by the strong arm of government to remove their ability to have firearms. That is an absolute, undeniable, documented, historic fact in our country.
So I don't know why this has to be discussed. I mean, freaking Nadler's been around, dude. The dude's older than, I think he owes Jesus $5.
Hey, listen, did you know that Jerry Nadler shit his pants in Congress? That's
Let me guess, January 6th?
No, he was in a committee and they were standing there, and all of a sudden he shit his pants, and you could see the moment he shit his pants and he kind of waddled on out of there.
That's sad. I don't understand why that man has to, that. Okay, Nadler's not a dummy. All right.
He wanted to get that on the record.
And they use, I love it when they attach the word fully to semi-automatic. Now, he didn't do that in this particular clip, but I've heard him do it before where they're fully semi-automatic. That's an oxymoron, basically, because it's not, there's no such thing. All it means to have a semi-automatic is that you don't have to manually load the next round.
Right. It's just you squeeze the trigger and as many.
No, well, you have to pull it for each round with a semi-automatic.
Semi-automatic. Yes, correct. I love it. And I saw this a couple times where they're talking about semi-automatic and they're talking about the AR-15. And this is a news broadcast, like on TV. And the guy's shooting a shotgun. And he's like, this is the AR-15, the semi-automatic, and it's a pump shotgun. So he shoots.
Yeah.
I'm like, this guy doesn't even know what he's talking. It's anybody the guy should be fired. The reporter should be fired for doing something like that. I mean, you look at that and you go, this guy's an idiot.
Well,
he has no idea what he's doing.
They also call it AR, an assault rifle, and that's not what AR stands for.
No, it does now because that's what they call it.
Well, kind of like racist stands for anybody who's white. So
anybody that disagrees with the Democratic Party,
I guess. Basically. I don't know if it's out yet or not, but they have a new Dune movie coming out. I think it came out last week.
I've heard this. I've never seen the first Dune, so I wouldn't know anything about Dune. Checking your watch.
So
it's okay.
I got a mess. I got a DM on Discord. Sorry, it just vibrates. It doesn't make a noise. So
who's DMing you on Discord? Everybody knows you're doing the show right now.
Nunya.
None of my business.
You know Nunya?
Oh, it's your asshole friends.
I didn't tell you.
None of your business. I know who Nunya is.
I didn't tell you. Must not be in any fucking business then. No. So I saw this. This is the novel Dune had deep Islamic influences. The movie erases them. Another headline: Dune appropriates Islamic Middle Eastern tropes without real inclusion, critics say. Like they've got to woke up everything, man. It's a movie. Calm your tits.
What's the big deal if it does? I don't understand.
Then don't watch the fucking movie.
Exactly. Don't watch the movie if you don't like
Stop trying to cancel every single fucking thing that you just disagree with.
I go back. I know it is annoying. So there's a new. We talked about this in the last episode, the Colin Kaepernick documentary or whatever he's got coming out on Netflix, and people are jumping up and down. And I said, I don't care if he makes it. I don't care if Netflix puts it up there. I'm just not going to watch it. Right. In other words, I can't sit there and be a hypocrite and say, you can't take down Comet. You can't take down Dave Chappelle's special and then say, okay, I want Colin Kaepernick's thing taken down. I mean, now it's just the same thing as hate speech. It's hate speech is speech that you hate. There's no such thing as hate speech. There's no such thing. Anybody should be able to say, and as long as it's not inciting violence, should be able to say whatever they want, whether you like it or not. You can't. So.
Yep. Did you hear the invite from Texas Governor Abbott for ships?
I did see this.
Are your products stuck off Long Beach? Texas ports are wide open. Port delays are up to 100 days in California. In less than 2 weeks, your cargo can set sail from California and be at one of our 24/7 functioning Texas cargo ports, unloaded and on their way to shelves near you. Choose a state that doesn't see inflation and America's supply chain backlog as a good thing. Escape California. Everyone's doing it. Choose Texas.
So if what they're saying is true, and it's 100 days, why, and I think I asked this before, why wouldn't you take 2 weeks to go to Florida or now Texas, unload, and then go back? You figure it's 28 days. So you're saving, I'm not going to do math right here. You're saving like 60 days. Am I correct in saying that? I hate doing podcast math. There's some reason when you're talking in a podcast, you cannot seem to do simple math. I don't understand why it is. It just is.
It's definitely a way to offload your stuff and get that ship going back the other direction, going back home.
Yeah. In other words, and I don't know how shipping works, but I have a feeling that if a ship's just sitting there not unloading, it's not making money. And basically, you're feeding the crew, you're running fuel, you're doing all this other shit, you're paying the crew, and they're just sitting there doing nothing. Why not take a 14-day trip to Texas, Florida? I just saw another video where they had a container ship coming into Florida, and everybody was like thanking Governor Ron DeSantis. I tell you what, that guy's amazing.
He is.
He makes every politician look like they're just spinning their wheels. Did you see?
And the weird thing is, all he's doing is he puts the voters first. He puts the people, not just his voters, but the people first, and he does what's in their best interest.
Yeah,
that's it.
How hard is that? Hard is that?
Using common sense, logic, deductive reasoning, all that, and doesn't necessarily play politics when he's doing anything. And I think that's a problem too. Everybody on both sides is playing politics all the time. Well, don't vote for that. It's a Democrat bill. Okay, but if it's good for us, then vote for it. Or do vote for that because, we're going to put a bill through next and we need that to go through. So even if you don't like what's in this bill, go ahead and vote for it. So they'll vote for ours. No.
Well, it's going to be really interesting because as of now, I think today, after the debacle that was the elections for the Democrats, Joe Biden, I guess he called a lid early and there was no press conference.
Yes.
So he's going to try to explain away why they had this big giant loss in Virginia and New Jersey wasn't a loss, but it was close. It was
whoever has their hand up his ass is going to try to explain away. He's just a puppet. He's just like a figurehead, man. He's nothing. He is, as far as he's not running his country. I don't know why. I don't know anybody who actually believes that he's the one, mashing all the buttons up there. He's not. He just reads what's on the prompter, and they have to blow the font up like so big and only put like 3 words on the damn screen.
I would imagine.
As I would like. I saw this yesterday, and I was like, hey. Or actually 2 days ago. I want to go to this. Elon Musk is thinking about opening up a college, university in Texas, and I want to go to it because it's Texas Institute of Technology and Science, or TITS.
I can't wait to get the merch.
Oh, I'm definitely getting me a shirt, maybe even a pennant.
TITS graduate.
Yeah, I am an alum of TITS.
Would they do that? I don't see why not.
Why not? Well, I mean, you've got to know that was his plan.
Of course.
Now there are some. I've seen other articles about this, like from like The Hill and things like that, where they're like, it's just a joke. Is it?
Is it?
Is it?
Did you see how Elon Musk pants the UN?
No. Go.
The UN said that if Elon Musk gave whatever part of his wealth, which worked out to be $86 billion, yes, it would he could cure world hunger.
I think it was 8. They wanted, I want to say either $6 or $8 billion. And if he would just give it to him, he said, fine, I'll give it, but I want full transparency. I want complete oversight on where every nickel goes.
Right. You show me proof that you can do this, and I will go to my board and figure out how to sell. I'll sell stock, and I'll give you the cash to cure world hunger.
Yep.
And then they're like, Where's that TikTok with the girl? Where's that at?
Oh, you want that again? Yeah. So
Elon Musk says, all right, you know what? I'll call your bluff. Guess what? I'll give you the $8 billion. Now, but you got to tell me that you can do it. What's the problem there, UN? What's the problem? Fuckers.
Yeah, well, anyway.
I think we've done it all, Bob. I think we've said it all. Said it all, done it all.
Yeah, is there anything else on this thing here?
No, I have to get up early in the morning. Like that song. Who does that? Was it? It's not the jazz.
Yeah, it's an hour later there.
Early in the morning.
Don't forget to this Saturday night. Don't forget to set your clocks back an hour.
It is this Saturday night?
So, yeah, it's always Saturday at 2 a.m.
Thank God.
So, and because it's fall, it's bring forward, fall back. So,
yeah,
we're going to fall back 1 hour. So, that means the bars get to be open 1 extra hour. Here.
I hear you. So, Saskatoon in Canada, they're one of those places like we don't change from standard time to daylight savings time. So, when we go to daylight savings time, we're 2 hours apart, which is a pain in the ass. Because like right now, it's 8 o'clock there. It's not 10 o'clock. So it's nicer when it's only an hour apart. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah,
so
I let the Tasmanian Devil know that he's gonna have to change his his time of his morning show because his co-hosts are gonna be on a different schedule now. So
yeah, you know what? From you're gonna have to bore your audience an hour earlier.
Yep.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get up and debate whether Batman is I don't know what the hell they were talking about. I don't understand what they talk about. It's ridiculous.
All right, so we're back here. Sorry, go ahead.
Monday morning,
Boomer Bunker.
Monday morning, Boomer Bunker.
Till then.
Oh.